What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. We are here in beautiful Davie, Florida, and we're going to be doing a very quick repair on this Spa Air button. If your Spa Air button has ever failed you, stay tuned. I'm going to show you how we fix it. Airbox controller. This is what activates the two actuators for the spa main drain and the spa jets. So this is our tubing, an air tubing right here. It goes connected all up underneath. There's right here we found that they had a quick connector, then they may have had to splice it. This is okay. This is we'll be going ahead and disconnecting this from here, and we're going to be showing you what we're going to be doing with the air tubing line in just a minute. Okay, this is our main tubing there. Okay, so here goes our air button that we're going to be replacing. This air button has failed. It has lost its vacuum. So when the client goes in and compresses the air button, it does not activate the control box every time that he presses it. He has to press it multiple times. And this is very flimsy. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be replacing the actual air button itself. So we're going to be taking that out. Okay, we're going to be removing the plastic cord from the air button and installing our new air button that has good compression and a good vacuum on the inside. If we needed to use this job, we're going to be needing a new air button, some high-strength silicone, some needle nose pliers, possibly a knife, some electrical tape, and a bicycle pump. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do is go ahead and remove your plastic cable from. Do not lose this. If this falls into that hole, you're going to be stuck. So before we replace the new air button, okay, so the next thing we're going to want to do is we're going to want to go ahead and remove this cable from tubing. Remove this tubing from the T right here, because what we're going to be doing is with the bicycle pump, we're going to be pumping out any humidity that may have built up in the line over many years of just being there. So just disconnect that cable and leave that there. Alrighty, so as we come back to this area, you could do it either way, backwards or forwards, doesn't really matter. We're gonna do it from this area because we have better lighting over here. So as you can see, I have this tool on top of the cord so it doesn't fall back into the hole, because if it falls back into the hole, good luck trying to find it. You have to pull it out and get a whole new cord. So for this, we're going to be slipping this inside of the bicycle pump. We're going to compress down, okay, hold it in place, and we're going to start to pump air through the line. And this is going to take out all the humidity that may have been built up over the years inside of the tubing. Now generally we want to have another person on the other side. Today I don't have that person. So we're going to pump here for a few moments, and then we're going to go ahead and start installing our new air button and reconnecting our tubing over there back to the T, and we're going to be testing it out. Okay, to reinstall the new air button, we don't need this tightening knuckle nut. So we can go ahead and remove that. So because this is a pretty decent hole right here, we're gonna reuse the same. And then what I typically like to do is grip the side of it and twist and push to get a little bit deeper so it reaches all the way to the end, because we don't want this to slip off. Typically, if this is a very brittle one, you're gonna have to cut off the edge. And what I typically use these for too is to hollow out the inside of the tubing to get it to the same width of the opening of my air tubing. Okay, now I've always liked to put some electrical tape at the end to ensure that this air tubing does not slip off. Do it rather tight, and then I start to come up on the actual housing of the stem. Just a couple turns, and that's it. Just to give it some added security. So now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna put our T back together, our tubing back to our T, and we're gonna test this out. What we did before we connected the T back was that we tried to blow from this side. We disconnected it from the actual air switch. This is the interior, how all this looks. These are all a lot of relays and transformers and stuff, but this is the air switch right here, basically the on and off. And when we press it, it'll activate, but when we blow it back into the air tubing line, it doesn't turn off immediately, which is telling me that there's probably some moisture or some type of gunk that's inside the actual terminals underneath. So that's what we're going to do on this one. A little bit more than what I bargained for, but nevertheless, we dealt with this before. So what we're going to do is, because there's high voltage in here, as it says right there, high voltage, we're going to turn off all of our breakers. Everything is connected from in here. Okay, we're going to be removing the air tubing from underneath. Okay, we're going to be unscrewing. Underneath is a nut. We're going to be unscrewing the nut. Okay, and then we're able to remove air tubing from here. And there's a lot of little gunks and stuff inside of there. So what we're going to do is we're going to blow some air up inside this little area here and try to, clear it out, anything that we have that's inside of here out, and then we should be good to go. All right, so we put our tubing back together with the T. We tried our best. I think that some dirt and stuff got inside of or humidity got inside of the actual air switch right here. It is functioning, but nevertheless, we're going to request the client to recommend the client to go ahead and replace the air switch right here. Always on the sides of that actual sticker that's there. See the sticker that's wrapping around it? That's all the specifications of that actual air switch. So I always take pictures and notices of that. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna close this up. We're gonna finish everything up here, and then we're gonna button everything up. Alright, so we got everything back on. It's in spawn mode right now. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna hit that button and we're gonna see if it activates. And I think we're having problems because of that air switch. There. So we're definitely going to recommend to get that air switch replaced. And then this is going to be all set to go. Yeah, there we go. See how our automatic valves have turned. Back, spa mode off. So that's that. We're going to button everything up here. Turn our pool back on. Okay, do our recommendations. So that's how you replace the spa air button. This one had failed, but like always, there's always something else that goes right along with it. So it's not always the only thing that fails, but nevertheless, once we replace that air switch, you know, we're gonna be good to go. And for the people out there who don't think that I checked it, yes, from this point to this point, there is no clog within the line from that T up into the box right here. So that's a clear line right there. We are having a little bit of an issue with the relay right here. And very simply, I can show you. We disconnect the T. We simply blow inside of this line. See, it'll activate. Here's the click. It's moving. Blow again. No click. See? I'm blowing. There it goes. See, it's a harder of a click. It needs more pressure, which means it's something that's stuck up inside of the relay. So if you're having this kind of issue, hopefully it's not your relay. This goes for any of the air switch that are out there. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna button this up, and we're gonna be done, y'all. Thank you so much for watching this video. Hopefully you learned a little bit here and you were a little bit entertained. Smash that subscribe button, give me a like, throw a comment down below. If you like it, give me a thumbs up. If you hate it, give me a thumbs up. Come on, dude. You can't hate on something that somebody's giving you some value. Even if you don't think I'm doing it right, it don't matter. Thank you for watching.